Hello everybody, welcome to New Kid Tarot. My name is Sean. Today we are going to be looking into whether or not you can afford to buy that thing you've been thinking about getting for yourself. Now when I say thing, it could be an actual object, it could be an activity you were thinking about doing, it could be a vacation, a purchase you were thinking about making, whatever it is. Whatever it is you've been thinking about, we are going to seek some guidance today on whether or not you can actually afford it. A lot of times we just make instinctive decisions about money and we don't seek guidance. Well, today we're going to get a little spiritual help in that regard. So let's get your first set of tarot cards. So, can this purchase we are thinking about making be afforded at this time? Can we get some guidance around? Oh, here's our first card. So we have the King of Wands. Can this purchase or choice we're thinking about making be afforded at this time? We also have the Chariot card. So that's from this one is from the This Might Hurt Tarot deck, and this one is from the Gilded Tarot by Ciro Marchetti. These are two of my favorite decks. What I've got here is a mixed deck of cards that I really love doing readings with. We have the Sun card. So right now we have a Court card and two Major Arcana cards. And we have the Seven of Cups. Well, good news, my peeps. At first glance right now, based on these cards we have in front of us here, it looks like you can indeed afford to move forward with this purchase. You are getting a great big yes from the universe with your Sun card. You are clearly shopping with your Seven of Cups, looking at all the options available to you. But then that's also about choices being made, right? As we often see with the Seven of Cups card, sometimes the choices or the options that we have are good and sometimes they are bad. Sometimes the choice can lead to a positive outcome, sometimes it can lead to a negative outcome. However, because of the fact that we do also have the Chariot here, the Chariot is forward motion, and with this particular Chariot card I really love it because she is standing on her own 2 feet. She is ready for whatever is coming. Now it does somewhat look like she's braced for a fight, but you know, it's immediately followed by the openness, happiness, and the great big yes that comes to us from the Sun. And then of course this King of Wands. Wands is fire energy, and sometimes it is associated with our personal beliefs, our passions, and definitely also manifestation, right? And the King of Wands is the pinnacle. He's the top of the suit of wands. So you are given the go ahead here, the manifestation of what you want. And look at this too, guys. You have 2 sevens here. You have 2 sevens here. Right? And for many people, 7 is a good luck number. I cannot speak to what it means specifically in numerology because I have not done a lot of numerological study, much at all actually. But I can tell you every time I see 7, one thing I know that it means is you're on the right path. Yes, 7 means you're on the right path. In some systems, it also is the number of completion. If you happen to be Christian and you happen to believe, or not even just Christian, I think even the Jews believe that God created, yes, they do, that God created the earth in 7 days or 6 days. And then on the 7th day, he rested. So that day of rest, that's a good time, a good thing. So I feel like you are definitely getting the go ahead to make the purchase you are thinking about making at this time, that you can indeed afford it. I do want to grab my Wiser Tarot here, and here comes little Casper. He's nearby. He's probably going to walk across my table. It's like his favorite thing to do is sit on my tarot cards. But I want to get a little bit of clarification for you guys on this Seven of Cups. And he particularly, Casper that is, loves this spread cloth I just bought. You guys, I feel like I got kind of ripped off on that. Talk about, can you afford it, right? Like, I bought this cloth for $25 because it's gorgeous and it's handmade. But I didn't realize it was so small. I feel like for the size that it is, it really should just be like $15 tops. But yeah, you know what? I'll put a link to this in the show notes as well, so that if anybody wants to buy this for themselves, they can connect with the seller of that and get their own version of this marble tarot cloth. Okay, so yes, I want to get a little bit of clarification for you guys on the Seven of Cups, because in this particular one we have, looking at it intuitively, she is not just, she does not just have a bunch of options available to her, but she's got this look of bewilderment on her face. So we have here the King of Swords and we have the Nine of Wands. Now here's where it gets a little bit tricky, because here, while we have so much yes coming in here, this energy is just a little bit less positive in my personal opinion. Well, not the King of Swords so much as the Nine of Wands. So with the fire that we have in the King of Wands and the fire, and the well, actually we have a lot of fire energy in this Chariot and this Sun card too, because we've got such bright yellow there. We've got fire energy in this, of course, again, in this Nine of Wands. But the Chariot card is a fast-moving card, and Wands is a fast-moving suit. And that's another reason why I feel like you're being guided to, that yes, you can move forward with this purchase or this activity, whatever the thing is that you want to pay for. You can move forward with it. You are indeed at a place where that is an okay thing for you to do. However, at the same time, you are being cautioned to choose wisely. So we already saw that illustrated here in the Seven of Cups. This is, it's a choice card, and there's so many options. Some, as I said earlier, some positive, some negative. And here in our clarifiers with the King of Swords and the Nine of Wands, let's start with the Nine of Wands, okay? Nine of Wands, this is a person who's already been through it. So for some of you guys watching today, you may have a history of overspending. You may have a history of maxing out your credit cards. You may have a history of paying too much for things instead of shopping around and finding the best price, when your particular wallet might say that you probably shouldn't just get the first option at the highest price, but look and see if you can find it, comparison shop, see if you can find the same thing somewhere else for a little less dough. So here you are being cautioned to, take your time with this purchase. Remember, learn from your past. Learn from how your beliefs about money have affected your life in the past. Wands is also about beliefs and your beliefs about life. Most of the time we think of it in terms of spiritual beliefs, but I personally think that money is a spiritual thing, and I personally think that more people would be better off financially, more stable financially, if they connected their spiritual side of their life to their money side of their life. And I'm not talking about tithing specifically. Again, if you come from the Christian tradition, there's a lot of talk of tithing. That's not what I mean. I just mean that, money is energy. Money is an energy, and spirit is energy. Our spiritual lives, usually we are focused on the energy of things. And yet when it comes to money, we shut down that part of our consciousness, right? And it's a lot of times because of fear. And a lot of times that fear is coming from the fact that we've already had bad experiences about money. Bad experiences with money, whether it's bad money choices that we have made in the past, or struggles that we've seen our parents go through when we were younger. So you are being told to, remember the lessons that you've already learned about money, and let that inform you as you make your decision on how to go about purchasing this thing that you can afford. Also, part of the caution here is to make sure you get that which you can afford. So don't let this reading telling you, yes, you can afford it, make you go out and blow it all out, to blow out all the stops in terms of purchasing the thing, getting the biggest, baddest version of it with all the bells and whistles. No, there's beauty in moderation, right? We don't have the temperance card here, but, get the thing you want for yourself, but get it in a way that it doesn't cause any harm at all to your life, financial or otherwise, okay? And then also with this King of Swords, I feel, again, there is a caution to use your brain as you make this decision. Don't just let your passion for what you want, again, wands is passion. Don't just let your passion for what you want rule the day and push you forward while you are getting this yes, while you are getting the okay. Also use that logical part of your brain that helps you make wise choices for yourself, all right? King of Swords is, again, just like King of Wands is the height, the pinnacle of his suit. King of Swords is the pinnacle of his suit, and it's the highest intellect, right? It is that thinking type, that intelligent type, and I don't mean intelligent type of person. I feel like we all have intelligence and we all have access to our logical mind, how the logical part of our brain, the part of our brain that processes logic. Finally, I said it right. And so use that too in making this decision. Don't just jump in head first and get whatever. Take your time. Oh, here he comes. Hello, little one. Take your time and, think about it. Think about what the best choice for you at this time is, and and make this purchase in a way that it brings you the joy that you're hoping it's going to bring you, but also doesn't derail your life, doesn't take your finances off track, doesn't see you repeating mistakes you may have made in your past financially, and definitely doesn't put you in debt. Because if you have to go into debt to get it, then you actually can't really afford it. Okay, you guys. Oh, wait, I wanted to also give you, sorry, I forgot this part, but I did also want to give you some oracle guidance for as you make this choice today. So, oh, it's coming. Hi, Cass. Hi. Yeah. So you guys can't see him because I've got the camera pretty tight on this table here, and graciousness of graciousness, he's not walking across it today, but my little buddy is here with me for this reading. Okay, so we have 2 oracle cards that came out for you. We have zoom in. I never remember how to do this for you guys. Zoom in, take a closer look. So it literally says that on the card, okay? And then we also have, I can't read that. What does that say? When the seas are rough, search for the light worker. So my guess is there is someone out there listening to this today who identifies as light worker. There may be many of you out there who identify as light worker. And maybe this oracle card, maybe it means something very specific to you. Maybe there's a message that you're gleaning from it. Like the minute I read it, you got something from it. For the general public, the general readers, listeners to this video today, says when the seas are rough, search for the light. So one of the things that I'm going to give you guys a really quick anecdote from my own life. I had the habit, because I'm a full-time artist, my money, like, it comes in fits and spurts. I think I've used that phrase right. It's not like a steady bi-weekly check that I get, like someone who, for instance, works at Bank of America or something like that. So my tendency has always been, for the majority of my adult life, my tendency has been to, when I get money, just save as much of it as possible, so that when there are those times when there isn't income coming in, when there are no jobs in my field and I'm waiting for the next gig to show up, that I have that money aside for that. And then of course there's the part of my income that would always go towards expenses, right? So all of my money was going towards expenses and savings, and none of it was going towards anything fun. And a couple of months ago, it hit me that I should start putting a portion of every check I get into a separate account that is specifically for fun. And I have named that account Fun Money in the bank where it sits. And so this card makes me think of that. It says, when the seas are rough, search for the light. And in light of what we're talking about here today, I feel like this is letting those of you, there are some of you who, you clicked on this video wondering if you can afford to buy something, even though you've got a ton of money in the bank. You may be a high income earner who is resistant to spending, right? And when your life is just working all the time, and then you're like paying your bills and you're saving, yes, you're being responsible, but there's very little joy in the enjoyment of the money that you've earned in that. And for some of us, that can make it harder to even want to try to make the money, because what's it all for? Just to give it to somebody to pay some bill? You know what I mean? So I feel like this card is saying to you, don't let your life just be that darkness. Don't let your life, or just that stringency all the time, seriousness all the time, but find ways to bring light into your life, find ways to bring joy into your life, and let those ways occasionally be material. I feel like so much of the guidance we get is always about, don't let material things mean so much to you. Okay, they shouldn't mean everything, but there are joys and comforts that come out of having material goods, making use of the fact that we live in a material world. We are in the 3D world, as a lot of people like to say. And so those luxuries, those creature comforts, those splurges, those treat yourself moments, those are important too. They help bring joy into the life. And it doesn't have to be a large purchase. It can be a small purchase. It doesn't have to be every week. It could be once a month. Whatever it is, it's going to work with your life and not make you repeat financial mistakes of your past. Do that. Okay. So definitely find a way to bring. And so when you go to purchase the thing that you came here that was on your mind today when you clicked on this video, do it from that place of light. Do it from that place of, yes, I can, and this is okay, instead of doing it from any place of fear or judgment of yourself, or any idea that you shouldn't or don't deserve or should put the money somewhere else instead. Let the light of this purchase be there for you. Okay. And then zoom in, take a closer look. I feel that this one definitely is just reiterating for us what we talked about over here under the 7 of Cups. And it's, don't just willy-nilly throw your money at something, or spend indiscriminately, or put it on the credit card if you can't pay that credit card off in a very short amount of time. But take a closer look at this thing that you're purchasing, and also look around and see if there's a way for you to get it in a way that might be more economical than that first pass way that you've noticed. All right. Okay, you guys, thank you for being here again. I think this is my 5th video, sixth video maybe, on this channel. Thank you for watching. Those are the messages that I have for you today regarding whether or not you can afford what you are thinking about buying. Please feel free to check out some of the other videos on the channel if you haven't seen those yet. Definitely subscribe, give it a like to help it get out there. When you subscribe, as you know, if you're watching YouTube, you already know this. If you subscribe, YouTube is going to let you know every time I put out a new video. I also have my other channel, which you can see linked to this channel, and on that one I have a podcast that is designed to encourage you to pursue your dreams. I'm all about you guys getting to enjoy your lives, and anything I can do to help you feel encouraged and confident in doing so, I'm going to try to do it. Until next time. Hey Cass, you want to come say hi to the people? You want to come and say hi? Say hello. Say hi. There he is. Casper, what are you gonna buy? Gonna buy anything? You gonna buy it with my money? That's what my dad used to always say. Anyway, you guys, thanks for being here. I'll see you next time. Bye. Say bye, Cass. Say bye. Ow, don't bite me.